Welcome to our podcast. Today, we're going to talk about ageism in the fashion industry. Hi, I'm Ananya, and I have with me here Kritika.
Hi Ananya, we wanted to talk about ageism as ageism seems to be a prevailing problem around the world. Even though it has been called out many times, people continue to utter ageist remarks.
Ageism is basically when people or groups of people are stereotyped or discriminated against just because of their age. While ageism might affect the youth, it has greater implications on the older population of the world.
The term ageism was coined by Robert Butler, who stated that ageism is characterized by a wider range of prejudice, stereotypes, myths, and practices which discriminate against the elderly in employment, housing, and all kinds of services.
Yes, and while both sexes are affected by ageism, women experience higher prejudice in different aspects of life. Older women are much more likely to experience feelings of invisibility and isolation from the social and the public life, and this can be attributed to the youth oriented beauty standards which are propagated by the media.
Yes, age related stereotypes have actually greatly influenced the availability of employment opportunities for older women as well as their representation in different fields of work.
Yes, and one such field of work is the fashion industry, where ageism has been rampant as many women above the age of 40 have been neglected and feel unrepresented.
I feel like ageism holds a lot of people back from living how they want to live and from expressing themselves how they truly want to express themselves.
And this can be seen a lot in the fashion industry.
Because people think as they get older, they can no longer love fashion anymore, and that is not the case. In my opinion, the older you get, the more sure you become about your personal styling.
Fashion is for everyone, not just the younger people. A lot of people fear getting older because of the ageism aspect that comes with it. It's sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah, as a lot of people, when they get older, think to begin, I can no longer dress a certain way, I can no longer wear a particular type of clothing. This is very common in today's world.
Ageism in the fashion industry is widespread and it proves to be costly to businesses, consumers, and the wider society in general.
Consumers feel excluded from the mainstream fashion because aging is not reflecting positively.
The industry I've seen defines what we should wear by shaping what we think and feel is age appropriate. This restricts people's choices and makes it hard for people to express themselves through mediums of fashion in a way that makes them feel good about their age.
Business actually lose out by failing to cater to the aesthetics need and desires of aging population who just want to look good and feel good.
Yes, and according to ageism, older individuals do not match the societal standard of youthfulness and thus they are treated as less. And as a result, they become undervalued and invisible.
I think so because of this phenomenon of ageism, they are reduced to a second class status and their wants and lives are handled as though they are not important and insignificant.
The fashion industry continues to focus its advertising efforts on the youthful consumers, with images of women over 40 not appearing often, in spite of the presence of a larger number of older women as its audience. Older women are rarely seen as beauty models due to the preconceived notions of beauty.
This is because the fashion industry is hesitating to engage older women, even for the item that appeal to be for older audience. And I think as a result, many young models are seen promoting anti-aging products, which makes it more difficult for the older women feel even more unpresented.
And that's despite of the fact that women over the age of 40 are more likely to have more money to spend on fashion and beauty. The fashion and cosmetic industry continues to ignore their needs just out of the fear of losing their younger consumer base.
I think one of the most possible reasons why fashion and cosmetic brands focus on younger consumers is due to their digital activity and presence on social media.
Nowadays, consumers across the world are much more accepting and accommodating, as a large number of them, including the younger female population, not only expect the equal representation of women of different color and sizes in the industry, but also of women of all different ages.
There are several beauty companies which are gradually catering to the needs of the older women and are also engaging older models for different fashion related services.
Several people now refer to wrinkles as wisdom lines. Did you know that? And companies like L'Oreal Paris are using taglines like, now makeup doesn't cover your age up, it celebrates your age.
It is encouraging to see businesses expanding their horizons and allowing models of various ages to walk their runways in order to make their consumer feel welcome.
It's about time. It's just high time for the industry to address the needs of older women in the business so that they feel represented and included.
Ageism is so old fashioned because in life you have to try and continue to grow in one way or another.
Yes, and because at the end of the day, fashion is something individuals of all age utilize to effectively communicate and express themselves. Therefore, ageism must be abolished because age is not a barrier, it's just a limitation that you put in your mind.